Hey everybody, I'm back again, believe it or not, and kind of excited this time. About to try something that I've never tried before, which is cooking three things at once, pretty much. That's fresh from Sam's, right? Uh, got a brisket, a I believe that's two pork shoulders. May only cook one. I don't think I need both, and three baby back ribs. So the idea and what I'm excited about is the fact that it'll be my first time using the big green egg two-level cooking grid. And as you see here, I'm gonna have to finagle it a little bit. This point's a little high, but this is about a this is a 12.57, so almost 13 pound, 12 and a half pound brisket, and got about 13 pounds of pork shoulder here. But I'm sure once I trim this a little bit more, this is going to come down more. I'll probably have about 11 pound, 10 and a half pound brisket. Maybe that much. I mean, it's not that much fat in there, so maybe, like I said, about 11 and a half pounds, not quite 10. But excited about the fact that it's going to be three different things. They're both all going to go at 225. And another cool thing I'm doing that I'll update a little later today is the brisket. I'm going to do a Coca-Cola brisket. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of that, but gonna soak it in Coca-Cola overnight, some liquid smoke, a few other seasonings to get the tenderizing. And but anyway, I'll talk more about that later. But this is what I'm excited about. I'm gonna be able to cook all this at one time in my extra large big green egg. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I might be a little obsessed, but I'm feeding about 40 people this weekend, along with some more, wings and hot dogs and hamburgers and things. But this is what I'm going to be excited about. So I will show you guys how it goes. Hey guys, just real quick, I just want to kind of show you what my setup is right now. Got the brisket, getting ready to trim all the fat and kind of get it set up the way I want. 2-liter Coke, liquid smoke, pan to put everything in. And kind of important, you don't have to have this, I have a scale to weigh the fat that I pull off so that I know how much brisket I'm actually cooking. I think the rule of thumb is 1.5 hours smoke per pound. So we're looking at a 12 and a half pound brisket. We'll see how many pounds I take off of that. But simple setup, simple to get going. And I'll be back to kind of show you what it looks like once I've trimmed it and everything. I just finished doing the most non-favorite part of making a brisket. But I finished, and that's taking the fat out, really, trimming it down. So that's what we're looking like. You don't want to take all the fat out. You had to go in on the side here and up under, left a good amount in there. I want to keep some marble. But this is the most telling thing. I got 2 pounds, 2.3 ounces, 2.2 ounces now of fat, which means I paid for 2 pounds of stuff I'm just going to throw away. So that's what kind of leads me to the, I've been buying the flats lately, but I kind of wanted a point. That's why I went to Sam's Club to get a full whole brisket. But buying the flat really is your best value. I think I paid, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks, 40, closer to 40 bucks, maybe a little over, for this brisket. And at whatever price per pound, 2 pounds, 2 ounces of that I'm throwing away. So that's kind of the drawback of buying a full brisket, as far as what you pay for in pounds. But I also wanted to show you guys this. Of course, nothing special, just a, see if I can show you how this works. It's a tenderizer. You see the blades here. So what I'm going to do with this is go over the meat, poke some holes. This helps to tenderize it automatically. But what I also want to do is with these holes is, and I'm not going to go the fat caps on the back. I'm going to leave it whole. But the whole point is to tenderize the meat and also allow the Coke and liquid smoke to get down inside the brisket itself. And what I'll do, I'll soak this overnight. It's probably gonna be a total of 12 to 15 hours. And when I pull it out, I'll put the rub on and then put it on the grill. But just want to kind of show you the prep here. It's ready to go. Gonna drop it in here again with the my wife's calling, with the Coke, and we're ready to go. Right, so I'm not sure if you can see this, but got the holes in the brisket itself. Gonna go ahead and pour the Coke here with all that carbonation, and I forget exactly what the science is behind soaking it in the Coke, but I actually got this from a steak recipe that I did on some ribeyes, and I tell you, those ribeyes were great, so I adapted it for the brisket, because beef is beef, right? So this is about 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Not gonna really mix it as much. Just shake it around, get it agitated there. That was probably what, 3/4, almost 3/4 of the Coke. Gonna go ahead and place the brisket in, and I'm trying to think, do I want to put it face down? Which I think I do, because of the fat cap will keep it from getting all the way in there. So we're gonna place it face down. Ooh, ooh. And you see, this is a big brisket. So what I will do after I clean up my floor is try to slide this down in there as much as possible. And what I can do throughout the night is come and adjust it back and forth to make sure we're getting this part down in the Coke and the smoke. See, I left a lot of fat cap on there. Again, my idea was, if you have a fat cap, the liquid will either come up and stop and rest inside and truly flavor. Whereas if I poked holes on this side, I think the water would just run, or the liquid would just run through. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the Coke on here. And like I said, this is a big brisket. So I guess at this point it's about, that's right, about 10 pounds. A little over 10 pounds now. And I think that's enough, pushing my luck there. So we'll let this sit. You see it's agitating, doing its thing. Cover this in some plastic wrap and then some foil. And like I said, let it sit overnight. And you know, liquid smoke is something that'll give it a little more flavor. You know, but looking good. So that's, again, this will rest overnight, and we'll be back in the morning early to season this, season my ribs, and also season the pork shoulder and get it all on the grill. So maybe a little bit longer of a video, but hey, if you like the grill like I do, why not just watch it all, right? Cool. All right, guys, here we are the next morning, and I got all my meat laid out. Got my little homemade rub here. Getting ready to make an injection, and I think I'm gonna do some store-bought rub on this one, and then get ready to do my ribs. And then all that, of course, is going on the smoker 225. So looking forward to getting started. I'll show you how it looks after I'm done seasoning everything up. I just pull the membrane off of here, you know, on the back side, and I flip them over. Put a little olive oil on there, and get these seasoned up. See you soon. All right, guys, so I'm back, and everything is seasoned, injected. Got a homemade rub here. These are both kind of store-bought. I tend to like a mixture of this and the honey garlic. Sam's Club, no big deal there. Add a little more seasonings, but those are, of course, the base seasonings, and they do very well for me. Gonna let this all set up while I go outside and get the fire ready. And another tip I saw online, if you notice here on the brisket, you want to be sure when it's done you go against the grain. But you know, if you have a crust on it, generally you can't see the grain, which way the grain is going. But if you can see through the seasoning right here, you know, the grain is going that way, and you want to cut it this way so that you get tender beef at the end. So what I found out and saw online is if you go ahead and cut it while it's in the raw state and where you can see the grain, you know where to start cutting once it's done cooking. Thought that was a pretty cool tip. Some people put toothpicks in facing that way, so when it comes out, you know the toothpick is facing the way. Yeah, it really doesn't need all that. It's not rocket science, but I thought that was a pretty good, cool tip. So save me some trouble later. But anyway, yeah, everything's seasoned, ready to go. While I'm getting my fire set, taking about a half hour, 45 minutes. All the seasonings will settle in. I hope to get a good bark here on both of these, and I'm going to put these on the second level. I'm going to try something different with the ribs. I'm going to actually do a Memphis style, I think it is. I'm not going to wrap anything. I normally wrap my brisket when it hits 150, the clutch or the crutch or something like that. Today I'm not going to wrap it. I've been talking to a few different people and actually researching. I'm not going to wrap the brisket. I'm not going to wrap the pork shoulder, and definitely not going to wrap my ribs. First of all, it's time consuming. Secondly, the big green egg is designed to keep in moisture. I mean, I paid a lot of money for that thing, so I really want to see what it does with a lot of meat without wrapping. Again, it'll be my first time not wrapping in 2 or 3 years I've been making brisket. This is actually only my now third pork shoulder. My wife's not the biggest fan of it. I like it. I like to cook it. It takes a long time. Like I said, I'm feeding 40 people tomorrow, so that's on the menu. But not going to wrap anything. So that's going to be a new thing for me, to not wrap it. But I have a high-end grill, so I'm going to make sure that it does its job without me having to do all the extra work. Otherwise, why have it, right? So I'm going to go build my fire. Alright, so I'm outside and got my fire going. It's already at 225, so that fire is going pretty good down there. What I did was added some apple wood, the big chunks, and then some peach wood, or the chips, so we get a mixture. Just tried to pile it right around where the fire is going to be, and as you can see already, the smoke is starting to put off. So I'm going to shut it down, get it stabilized back at 225, and then we can put on the meat. Right, so it's going to be hard to see through the smoke, but I got my brisket and the what am I going to say? Brisket and the pork shoulder on. Smoke is making me not think straight. So that's on, ready to go. And what I'm going to do now is add the ring, and you guys are seeing this for the first time because I've never done it before. Okay, so that fits. That's a good thing. Now for the grill itself. So see how that works. Definitely got a good clearance there, good airflow. So everything's gonna get its own smoke. And now, oops, dang it, for the ribs. And they're fitting pretty good. Got baby back, so I was concerned about the clearance here, but probably could get 2 St. Louis style. I don't know about 3. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little more seasoning on top here before I shut it down, but there you go. You see the smoke. And that's how we're gonna go for probably 5 hours on the ribs, and who knows how long on the brisket and the pork shoulder. But looks like it's gonna work out okay. Alright guys, don't mind the butter and things. Got some other things going on here, but I wanted to show you here. This is what's going to be my mopping sauce. Basically, it's just 2 cups of apple juice, half a cup of red wine vinegar, half a cup of vegetable oil, and 2 tablespoons of whatever rub you're using. And I'm going to use that to mop on the ribs, and hopefully, you know, that'll drip down a little bit to the brisket and the pork shoulder as well. But just a simple mixture. I'm gonna go do my first mop. Try to do this every hour and a half, and just to keep the moisture on the ribs again, because I'm not wrapping today, so that'll help with that. All right, so first time checking on this in a few hours. Actually, it's been about 2 hours. Temperature's up about 250 at the top, which means it's probably more like 225 at the dome. So I'm not gonna 225 at the grill. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. There's a lot of meat in here, so 25-degree difference. I can live with that. Got a little smoke still coming. You see, there's not much air going through here, but it's maintaining temperature. So I'm gonna do this mop real quick and close it back down again. I don't want to flare up any at all. That looks looking pretty good there, huh? Yeah. And they don't even really necessarily need the mop because they look pretty moist. But I said I would, and I've already made it the sauce now, the mopping sauce, so I'm gonna mop. Trying not to take any of the rub off. But I do like that sizzle. You just got a good fire going down there. This would be easier with 2 hands, but hey, I want to show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm actually taking more time just for you guys. You should feel excited about that. Feel special. Yeah. As you can tell in the back there, there's more heat coming up from what the airflow that hits the back. So I can already tell I'm going to have to cut these vents a little bit, at least for the time being, because I've had this open quite a while now. I can tell it's trying to flare up on me. Well, not flare up, but get more serious fire flame down there. So it looks good. Too much flame though. Alright, actually got company that showed up, and I realized that these ribs have been out here about 6 hours. So let's see if I left mine here too long. Oh no, they look good. Gotta do the test here. Ooh. Bones are starting to show. Yeah. Go ahead and pull these off. 6 hours at 225, y'all. They look pretty good. And of course, I may have to taste one just to be sure. I'm not supposed to eat these till tomorrow, but I really think it probably could stand a little longer, but 6 hours I think has to be good enough. And here we have the brisket and the pork shoulder still doing their thing. Nice crust, and I'll come back later, check their temperature. They've been on about 6 hours now, so check and see how they're doing in a second. Guys, these things are looking very good. I lifted this one up, and as you see, I lost that side. So guess what? That's going to be the taste test. But the Memphis style, from what I understand, is once you're done like this here, you actually sprinkle more rub, and there's not supposed to be any sauce served Memphis style now. I'm here in Atlanta, and from Florida. My family likes sauce, but hopefully they'll take a taste of this and say, you don't need no sauce. But that's it, guys. Well, I guess I owe it to you after all this to... I owe it to you, right? Maybe I owe it to myself. Who knows? And this is one of the ends. Do a quick taste test here. Nice little smoke ring. Let's see. My big brother just got here. I think I'm gonna take him a little taste test now, even though we're not supposed to eat these until tomorrow. It's a pretty good rib. It's a dry rib, no sauce, Memphis style. What you say?
Good, great, juicy, flavors all through the meat.
You see how you just pulling it off right there
Popping up the bone like, man, just off the chain.
with the smoke. 6 hours.
Good.
So, y'all see I'm laughing here. But anyway, we're at 250. I have yet to check any temperature on any of these, but it's been 6 hours, and I'm gonna do an instant thermometer, see where we are on the pork shoulder. No, it's not bad. It looks like it's in the 160. We want to get to 195. So I'll check the brisket real quick. Yeah, the brisket's definitely gonna be done before it's at 173. Let me check a little further back. $180. I'll tell you what. That's one thing about brisket. It's 180 back there. Let's see what we're doing at the very front. 170s. Let's do it here. So I'm thinking that brisket has probably 2 more hours ish. And probably about the same on the shoulder. So let me close it down before I get too much fire. You see that's starting to come up. You don't want that. Oh. I see you sucking on that bone, bro. What's that all about? I'm just saying.
It's all good, man. This reel's out the chain.
Yeah, that's some baby backs.
Yeah. Baby backs, dry rub, whatever fun thing we call it. It's good, man. I'm sucking this bone like
that's been going on for about 5 minutes. I'm just saying. It is now 7:10 ish. This has been on since 11 o'clock. So 11. Is that 8 hours? I'm doing bad math on camera. But anyway, it's been at 225, 250 all day. I've already taken the excuse me, I can say steaks. I've already taken the ribs off, so now I'm just hoping this brisket is done because I gotta leave and go get my brother from the airport. It's jumping, it's jumping, it's jumping. There we go. Just right there. 190. 191, 192, 192.7. I really have to go, so that might have to be good enough for today. That's 194 at the front. Trying to get it at a, yeah, that's coming off 195.9, and we'll see where we are here. Not so much. 180. Oh, 170 or something. So brisket's done. Pork shoulder still needs, I'm guessing, probably another hour. My other brother's here, so he's gonna have to check it for me. I'm gonna get ready to pull this off, and I'll show you how it looks. I just wanted to show you guys how it ended up. That is the bark that I wanted. You see all the moisture here. This is the fat cap side. I'm kind of anxious, so this is literally 2 minutes after it came off. So just want to take a little peek of what we're working with. That's a lot of fat there. Under that fat cap, we got some good stuff going on. Gonna let it rest though. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Don't like all the fat I left on there, but got the crust. Let it rest. Let everything can chill back in there. And I think we got a successful brisket. Last thing we got to pull off now is the pork shoulder. But good day's work.
Hey, Damon. Looks like we hit 195. Now it's 198.3. So you got your goal. I'm about to take off your whatever this is. Pork shank thing. Alright? I'm doing this for Damon. Looks like we hit our goal. Alright, man. I'll catch you.
Okay, hasn't been the best video today. I've been busy, but finished product. Brisket. Keep taking little sneaks of the taste there, but very, very delicious, very succulent, almost like bacon. And here we have the finished pork shoulder, all cooked at the same time. The ribs I've already put up, but all cooked at the same time, and can't wait for tomorrow because I gotta put this up. This is actually for a baby shower, but I didn't wrap them. You see, that's a true test of if that pork is ready. That's ready to come right out. Pulled it off at 195. Actually, my brother did, because I had to go pick my other brother up from the airport. And look at that bark. I mean, hard bark. We'll separate that point tomorrow, and we're gonna have some good brisket. All right, hope y'all enjoy it. Bye.